Is coming through to complete the first lap out of 72. It's the two rivals again as ever, and Schumacher's going for it.
He'll get it.
He's going to get
Schumacher
through on the inside. He'll get through, and Schumacher leads. Michael Schumacher attacks and gets through.
This afternoon, this is as tough as it gets to keep a Formula 1 car pointing in the right direction, and it's a head-to-head for the World Championship, of course. Hakkinen the leader, Michael Schumacher the second-place man, with clearly more confidence on this first lap.
And I haven't mentioned Jordan Lacey, who's still in there somewhere in that 11-car train. He's in fourth position in the race behind Eddie Irvine. And who is that of?
Tuero, isn't it?
Yes, it's the Minardi of Tuero. There is Hakkinen on his 51st lap.
Actually, I think Tuero was in the gravel trap earlier.
Hakkinen
whoever in the car
and
now.
Schumacher.
Hackinen's off!
Hakkinen goes off! And Schumacher leads! Michael Schumacher leads the British Grand Prix on lap 51. Now, I would venture a guess that nothing is going to stop Michael Schumacher now from winning the British Grand Prix and making it a hat-trick. And the question is, can Eddie Irvine catch Mika Häkkinen? That was a momentary lapse. Mika Häkkinen was taking the penalty of being the first person to come on standing water. And now, Rainmaster Michael Schumacher, who next
There we go.
again.
He goes in, he runs wide, and he elects to take to the grass. He knows if he turned any more, he'd spin off. Had to take to the grass. Would have damaged him. Remember, he has lost a bit of downforce from that front wing, and Mika not getting it over to the curb on the way into Beckett.
Totaling 60 for him to complete the British Grand Prix.
It's not over yet. Look at him aquaplaning to the outside of the corner. It's not over yet. There's a lot of throttle pressing and brake pressing to be done to get that car through the last 10 laps.
Indeed, you're right. Now, get yourself together. Here is the order. Schumacher leads Hakkinen, Irvine is third, Lacey is fourth, Fisichella is fifth, Woods is sixth, Ralf Schumacher is seventh, Jack Villeneuve in the Williams, the only one left, is eighth, Shinji Nakano is ninth, Takagi is 10th, Pedro Diniz is 11th. There are only 11 out of the 22 starters left. And look at that gap now between Michael Schumacher and Mika Häkkinen, with the German exploiting the clear track ahead of him.
This is a good scrap. Ralf Schumacher, he's had a wonderful afternoon. He's really been going well. He's now trying to take sixth position from Alexander Burt. So good scrap going on there between all of the youngsters. Fisichella just ahead of them.
And remember, Jordan have yet to score a World Championship point in 1998. It's all down to little Ralph. Little in terms of age, not in terms of...
Coulthard had a little go at getting past Button into La Source. There's 2/10 in it. Coulthard trying down the outside. His car has been much stronger under braking, and Coulthard takes that position. So up into fourth place for Coulthard. Button down to fifth. We've been watching the scrap through the last 5-6 laps, and David Coulthard had a much better kind of braking. I think Button's rear tyres are going away too, struggling to get the power down. But the two leaders now really just about slugging it out and keeping that gap to 1 second.
It's here that Mika Häkkinen can close off. I don't think he's close enough to stop.
He is close enough, Murray. He has got the slipstream. We know he's got 10 kilometres an hour extra. But Michael Schumacher very firmly closing the door, leaving Hakkinen nowhere to go at all. Hakkinen had the speed. He didn't have anywhere to use it. He knows that Mika's got a run on him. He knows he's got better straight line speed. And Hakkinen, look, with absolutely nowhere to go. And Michael moving back across the track. Theoretically, you're not supposed to do that, but he was moving back to take the line through the corner. Very close call, but I think a legitimate move there from Michael Schumacher. Michael's having to defend, and Mika, and there's the back marker's in the way. Can he do it? Yes, he's done it. A brilliant move there, either side of Zonta, and Hakkinen brilliantly takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix.
And you can see the delight in the McLaren garage, because that could well have decided the race. A superb, gritty, determined, forceful move from Mika Häkkinen takes the lead in the McLaren Mercedes, and he is on lap 41. 3 laps to go at the end of this one, and he's obviously got superior performance. I would expect him now to pull away, particularly on that approach up to Les Combes out of Eau Rouge. Remember what happened the last time Michael Schumacher closed up behind a McLaren. It was in Belgium. The weather conditions, of course, very different then. They go over the line now to complete their 16th lap. David Coulthard, of course, has already done so, and it's getting very close to push and shove for Michael Schumacher as the back of the McLaren steps out just a whisker, going through the Rettifilio, round the Grand Curve, and they go round the Grand Curve at a terrific speed.
Well, we now know. Ooh,
bang! What was
Coulthard.
That's
Coulthard
David,
blowing up.
David Coulthard out of the race. Now, if that's happened to him, it's academic now. What strategy? Schumacher's going for the lead in the Rosia. And he right up alongside and he's going through. Fantastic. Hakkinen fights back. This is magnificent. The lead changes twice in about 400 yards. And Michael Schumacher leads the Italian Grand Prix. David Coulthard is out of it. His Mercedes engine has said, I've had enough. But Hakkinen is not going to give up.
His camera, you assume he's got that on his. I think he lifted in all of that smoke of his teammates' blow up more than Michael Schumacher did. Took his eye off the ball slightly, gave Hakkinen a run out, and he suddenly realised that into the second chicane, tried to defend the line, went wide, and Michael said, "Thank you very much, I'll have plenty of that." And look at Eddie Irvine in the background as well, and just to add to the agony.
Than the super soft tyres which Mika Häkkinen has on. So at the moment he's doing well, but as more rain falls, and I can tell you it's falling more and more steadily now. Tremendous atmosphere here.
James, Michael's got a real run on Hakkinen. Hakkinen's going to have to defend his line, otherwise Schumacher's going to outbrake him. Well, you made that too easy there, Mika. You had to defend that 400-500 metres, 300-400 metres earlier. Too easy for Michael Schumacher. No good having a look now.
Well spotted, Martin. Beautiful, beautiful drive by Michael Schumacher, who has to make... Hakkinen gives way. The Ferrari mechanics wave in delight. So now it is Ferrari, McLaren, McLaren, Ferrari. And that yellow and red flag is to indicate that the circuit is getting wet. They'll know that. They'll see these raindrops coming towards them and bouncing on their visors. And now, remember, Michael Schumacher is the absolute rain master of Formula One. One of the greatest drives I've ever seen as we see this replay of Michael Schumacher diving up the inside of Mika Häkkinen, who has to stay out, tuck in behind the Ferrari as they come into the chicane.